So, accessories that we would need on Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 has so many open doors to possibilities, endless possibilities. But I've already made a video about the features we need, also the fresh coat of paints that we also need. So, fresh coat of paint, remaster, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, here we go with the accessories because there's endless possibility with this system. There's two USB-C ports, so you could put pretty much anything. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. So, the first thing that anyone comes to mind is, of course, gotta be the Nintendo Switch 2 second screen. Now, this thing has been around as either a joke or a leak for like the longest time, so might as well try to make it a reality. Nintendo, come on, make a second screen. Then it allows you to play 3DS and DS games on the second screen. And it would be especially good for portability because then you can slap that down, close the screen on hinges or somehow, and there you go. You got second screen beauty. Not quite sure how this would work on normal Switch mode, but we would figure this out somehow. But anyways, a second screen would be amazing. Then you could play all your favorite DS Pokemon games and even all your favorite 3DS games. I know I would love to see The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds return. Alright, so another accessory that I think would be really cool is one of those Wii surf pads there. The ones that you could do exercise on, and the ones that you could also play games like skiing and a whole bunch of stuff. I think that that is a really cool thing because it actually there it is, the balance board. It actually shows your balancing in like the Wii Fitness program. So maybe on Nintendo Switch 2, we can bring back the fitness games then. Instead of going outside to touch grass, you get Nintendo Switch 2 fitness program. Overall, I think that that would be pretty awesome. All right, so the next accessory that I think would be really awesome is, something like a bar, an extended bar thingy that allows you to plug in essentially any accessory from any other Nintendo console. I think that that would be amazing. Like this bar would extend and you could put in a receiver that allows you to use Wiimotes. And if you wanted to, you can even put the dongle in for the IR sensor thingy for the Wiimotes. I think that that would be really awesome. You can even use original GameCube controllers instead of buying new ones. If you still have all your Nintendo stuff, there you go. You can plug in all your old stuff instead of them just sitting out in the box and never being used ever again. So, just add something that you can add all your old Wiimotes and all your old Nintendo accessories from previous generations, and there you go. Now, you don't get to buy them, but I don't think Nintendo would do that. They probably want you to get all new stuff. New Wiimotes, if this ever happens, new GameCube remotes, new everything. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. So the next thing that I think would be really awesome is the accessory of Nintendo remotes. So, which technically allows you to remove the sticks if you want to. So this would be really good because then you can just pop out the stick. Let's just say you have stick drift, because I don't think Nintendo actually fixed it. They claim that they built the remote from the ground up. So what does this actually mean? Does this mean that, oh, it's whole new everything? No, I don't think that that's what it means. It could be, but I don't think so. So, maybe just add some kind of button slider thingy. You can pop this thing out. You can pop out the front shell easily and, remove it if you wanted to. Because all sticks get stick drift if you play way too much with them. So, just let yourself, change the stick. I think that that would be really awesome, Anyways, so another thing for Nintendo Switch 2 that would be really awesome is maybe connectivity to other old devices. What if you were able to connect your Nintendo 3DS to a Nintendo Switch? for whatever reason that you wanted to. I don't know. Maybe you wanted to connect it to the big screen and use it as a random remote. I don't know. It's a weird idea, and it's probably never gonna happen. There's a 0.0001% that Nintendo will bring out the over amount of Nintendo 3DS, Wii U's, and everything else. But you know, it's slightly possible. It's just a slightly inconvenient thing. Okay, so you know what else would be really, really awesome for Nintendo Switch 2? Nintendo Switch 2 is like an endless possibility. It's looking pretty good. You know what else would be really awesome? The return of the game thingy. You know, what I mean by the game thingy, it's not what it sounds like. It's not because I totally forgot what I wrote here, but it's because the game thingy. Now, that's right. This would allow you to play your old games on the new system. Bring back all the old games, and then, you know, you kept them all these years because you wanted to play them on the latest system. Instead of buying the same game 3 times, I don't know how many copies of The Legend of Zelda I have, but there's a lot. So instead of buying the same game so many different times, you know, you just allow yourself, just add some kind of disk drive so you can play like Wii games and Wii U games, like not on the console, but like an accessory that's a disk drive. You know, you can play some Wii games, some Wii U games, a whole bunch of other games. And there you go. You can plug into the top USB-C, you can power it somehow with the plug in the wall, and its connectivity will be amazing. And you'll just spin around and read all the discs because Nintendo will probably not bring back a lot of your favorite games. Also, if you already have the GameCube original games, you can play those as well. It would show up as, hear me out, it would show up as a application, like a game. It would show up as a game. Click on the game, kind of like the old Wii or whatever, and it would just show. Boom, it would show whatever game you're playing. Overall, I think that this would be really, really awesome to see because, you know, you can play all your original games, even if you wanted to, add a DS cartridge slot, and you can attempt to play those games without a second screen. Don't know how good it's going to work for you, but, you know, maybe. Or you can do the Wii U situation. You plug in a DS game, and you can split how it looks. You can have one screen on one side, the other screen on the other side, kind of like a left-right situation instead of a top-to-bottom situation. It might work out for you. It might work out. I'm just saying. Maybe just add something for all the extra games. Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay, now I think about it, maybe Nintendo this time around will bring out some kind of, you know, like Netflix or Disney Plus or all of that stuff. But what about a remote? A remote that controls your TV and everything else, so you can raise the volume and volume low. Because what if you just don't want to get off the couch to grab the remote because you're watching a very enticing movie that you're just like, you know, this is such a good movie, I wish I could go and turn up the freaking volume. But overall, yeah, get a Nintendo Switch Media Remote? No, totally not the PlayStation 5 Media Remote. Who would have thought? Nintendo Switch 2 Media Remote? Pretty interesting, you know? Then you can watch some Netflix in bed. Yeah, anyways, these are some accessories that I think that would be amazing for a Nintendo Switch 2. Again, there's a lot of endless possibilities. What kind of possibilities do you think? What kind of accessories do you think would be amazing on Nintendo Switch 2? Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you have a fantastic day. And yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, consider hit the subscribe button. Maybe the like button is completely up to you. And with that being said, see you in the next one.